From the outset of this video, I want to be very clear that the FBI investigation into the shooter at the Butler, Pennsylvania Trump rally is still ongoing. We know the shooter's identity, Thomas Matthew Crooks. The FBI has not announced what they believe the motivation to be. I do not intend for this video to imply a specific motivation of Thomas Matthew Crooks. The purpose of this video is to show you and share with you the serious lies and disinformation and violent rhetoric that is being spewed each and every day by far right-wing media, which has a stronghold over the minds of those who identify as being MAGA or as far right. That is the purpose of this. Now, let's talk about the undisputed facts. We know that Thomas Matthew Crooks was neutralized on scene. We know that he was a 20-year-old white male registered Republican who last voted in the closed Republican primaries. We know from high school classmates that he was a right-winger. We know from his outfits and his gear that he was a Second Amendment enthusiast. We know that on the day of the shooting, Crooks' father assumed his son had gone to a gun range that Saturday, but became concerned when he couldn't reach him and called police after news of the shooting. We know as well that from neighbors and classmates that Thomas walked around the neighborhood frequently and that there were Trump signs on the front yard. So those are certain undisputed facts. Now, what I do want to share with you, which I don't think has been reported anywhere else, but our research team broke it here on the MeidasTouch network, is the following. That 5 months ago, Alex Jones and InfoWars guest Ivan Raiklin discussed the following: how assassinating Donald Trump would be beneficial, they said, according to them, because it would lead to retaliatory in-kind assassinations of a deep state list, which includes President Joe Biden. This is what they were saying on their show. It goes without saying here, but when I report on these things, I want to be very crystal clear that the MeidasTouch network condemns in the strongest possible terms all forms of political violence. You've heard me say it over and over again. I think that Donald Trump would be the single worst person to be the president of the United States. I think he was the worst person. I disagree with him. I think that he is the absolute worst, but I would never, ever for a moment wish or desire violence on anybody whatsoever, period, full stop. I just want to be very clear from the outset here. Now, going through what Alex Jones said on this InfoWars show. Now, Ivan Raiklin then said, who's a kind of a far right-wing media personality, said, if they assassinated Trump, option 2 behind Trump is going to be so much better for us and so much worse for them. To which Alex Jones then said, I was about to say, if they kill him, that's the best case scenario from a sick level medium. Oh, please kill him. I mean, it's so good after that, is what Alex Jones said. Then Raiklin responded, oh, it's going to be the best cleansing and the fastest cleansing that we've ever seen in my lifetime. I guarantee, I access with almost certainty, with the highest level of confidence, that if they assassinated Trump, it is so game over for them. That's what they were saying 5 months ago. Now, after this incident, what has Alex Jones been saying? Alex Jones has continued to engage his audience with dangerous, unhinged rhetoric. Alex Jones recently said the following: if they kill Trump, the next move will be a truck bomb or something like that at a black church or a black college to blame it on Trump supporters. To which the Baller Alert account responded, what does black people have to do with this? Alex Jones then responded, or Alex Jones then said, the globalists might hijack a plane by remote control and fly it into Mar-a-Lago. Then Alex Jones claims The deep state tried to kill Trump and will attempt to cause a race war, poison him, and will try to use a truck bomb to keep him from winning the election. Jones also claimed that the Secret Service stood down and will do so again by order from Joe Biden. Now, J.D. Vance, who's now the vice presidential pick of Donald Trump, had previously said that he trusts Alex Jones, and he thinks that Alex Jones is being censored by the deep state. And J.D. Vance made those remarks after Alex Jones was found liable for defamation for defaming the victims of and the victims' families of school shootings and calling them crisis actors. You see the post right here from J.D. Vance. You can see it for yourself. Now, also, a number of MAGA Republicans echoed this type of rhetoric that we're seeing from Alex Jones over and over again after the shooting. You had what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. She blames it on Democrats, and she says Democrats are the party of pedophiles, she says. You have MAGA Republican Congressmember Collins, and he says that this was an order from Joe Biden, again, echoing the language from Alex Jones from 5 months ago about what they said was going to happen. Now, Ivan Raiklin also has made videos of himself. And by the way, just so you know, I'm not showing these videos. I've made an editorial decision. If you want to go to the Patriot Takes account on social media and watch the videos of themselves, you could watch them. I'm not going to play them because I'm making the editorial decision that I don't want to give them more attention than they deserve. I have to report on the news here about what it is they're saying because I think it is newsworthy and relevant and critical that you know. I don't want to play their tapes. They want me to play their tapes. So I don't want to play the clips of those individuals. Now, you'll see Ivan Raiklin sitting behind Dr. Fauci when he recently spoke at Congress. And then you had Ivan Raiklin, in kind of a very threatening and menacing way, in my opinion. And then you had Ivan Raiklin make these selfie videos of himself where he talks about a kind of a deep state SWAT list or hit list or where they're going to go once they trigger this type of kind of mass chaos and mass confusion and mass disorder. And I read to you what specifically was said on Alex Jones when he was a guest on the show. I want to share with you as well what Eric Trump said at the Republican National Convention. I'll show this clip because it's not an InfoWars thing or an Alex Jones or an Ivan Raiklin thing. But then Eric says that look what they did. They tried to kill my father. Play this clip.
They have done everything to try and strip him of his wealth and of his fame. They've tried to break up our family. They've done everything possible to try and get him and kill him. And they literally tried to kill him this week. And despite that, he's undeterred. He's unrelenting. He loves this country. He's the one billionaire who does not need to be doing this. His life would be exponentially better if he wasn't. But he wants to make America great again. And I'm so proud of him. I've never had more respect for a person in my life. And, it's funny. I was there with Don and Tiffany and everybody else. We were in that exact same position in 2016. And we continue to fight on that stage with him every single day. And I will for the rest of my life.
Well, I got teared up and I started crying when I heard the news. I was in the car and the radio was on and I was listening and it was live. When I heard that stop, and I said to my son, I think President Trump was shot, and I was bawling.
Yeah.
What was your?
And again, when Eric says that, the they here is what? White Republican with Trump flags, who was believed to be at a gun range, who wore the same Second Amendment paraphernalia of the gun club that Don Jr. would go to. I mean, is that what we're talking about here? I do want to show you this clip though, and I want to give a hat tip to Channel 4 in the UK, and I think they did a good job here as well, where they talk about how the father of Thomas Crooks and the family appear in Donald Trump's 2016 campaign dataset, which was also used by Cambridge Analytica as well, to flood them with Pizzagate disinformation and all of this stuff about civil war and all of this type of disinformation, this violent rhetoric, this disinformation, pushing all of this stuff on them. It's a great report from Channel 4 here. Play this clip.
Channel 4 News can reveal that Thomas Crooks's father, the owner of the rifle that was used to shoot at Donald Trump, was held on a database and profiled by the former president's election campaign and identified by them as a strong Republican supporter, gun owner, and hunter. The information was compiled as part of a secret Republican project to gather data on millions of gun owners across America and use it to target pro-gun messages in the run-up to the 2016 election. And here's why they did it. The city of Pittsburgh is a key battleground in the critical swing state of Pennsylvania, so voters here are always heavily profiled and targeted by political parties, like the Trump campaign in 2016, which held voters' details on a database, including, as we've discovered, the shooter's family, Matthew Crooks and his wife Mary, who lived here at 2506 Milford Drive in Bethel Park. We know they profiled them using secret computer models to identify likely gun owners and enthusiasts, and Mr. Crooks scored very highly, 0.99 out of 1 for being a gun owner and 0.95 out of 1 for being a hunter. In fact, out of more than 19,000 people in Bethel Park who were profiled, Mr. Crooks was in the top 20, and the database classified him as a strong GOP or Republican voter.
So again, I hope you'll respect the editorial decision that I made. I hope we've built enough trust in the audience that, you know, if I were to press play on those Alex Jones clips, they will say exactly what I told you that they say. And you can go and look, again, search Patriot Takes on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, if you want to see it for yourself. And that was broken first at the MeidasTouch Network. Our editorial team broke that story. So check that out yourself if you want to just have second verification. But I don't want to play Alex Jones on this YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm just not going to do it. But that's what we know right now. And we'll keep you posted with more. But I thought that was an important news story to share with you. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.